We are here focusing on 3 areas, which are the accessibility of the infrastructure in terms of professionalizing the business entrepreneurship and how we work with financing. And this has been a perfect melting pot for us to bring together resources, both public and private. And one thing that we also have seen, and I think that it's your experience as well, usually it's heads of states and heads of companies who are sitting together and talking about the future, and we're missing the small entrepreneur out in the country who never has the time, who's never being invited to the table to discuss the future. What we have created here also is a common business community where a business community, you all guys are probably members of Facebook or LinkedIn or something like that. It's a same type of structure where we allow all the entrepreneurs and all the stakeholders to be part of this. Where we also work with crowdsourcing, we work with putting the word out there, how they can get involved into the programs of different types to help them, which is extremely important because can we not communicate to the people who are running the businesses, there's no way we can drive this business future, this business forward. But when it comes down to how we work practically to attract business or venture capital and investments into the industry, I just put down some bullet points, the tools we use to do this. The first question that I came across when we start talking to the investment capitalists about the travel and tourist industry is that, Jan, I know what I travel myself, but I have no idea what the industry looks like. I know about healthcare, I know about financing into IT, but there's nothing that shows me why I should invest in tourism. So the first thing we had to do is actually start measuring the investments in the industry, start producing reports that actually describes the industry more on an investment perspective. These have been extremely important tools for us to work with. Hasn't been produced before. And even though Sweden is a very mature country, up in the north, in Scandinavia, has never been produced before. So this is a very important tool for us to actually describing the industry, why you should be investing in the industry. We also start working with an investment database. For us, that works 2 ways. One, everybody knows about tourism, but nobody has seen an investor. That's usually the first question when some business guy out in the tourist industry, when I'm speaking somewhere, the first thing they're going to ask me, Jan, you talk about these investors, can you please point one out so I can go and talk to them? These 2 groups never meet. So what we have created is a database which once we hold all the investors are interested in the companies, domestically and internationally. We also work with all the entrepreneurs, all the opportunities, and work actively with matchmaking in these 2. What we'll also do is start having matchmaking in terms of investment conferences, only focusing on tourism, where companies get opportunities to give pitches about the business, about investment opportunities, and also we take that opportunity to actually learn the spectators about the investment industry, but also learn about our industry to understand it better. Because you will not invest in an industry you do not understand. You need to get that described in a professional fashion. We also started business incubator programs, and we also, due to this public-private business development center, we also been starting being able to actually channel some of the public funding. And the latest project we just now initiated, which I see is one of the most exciting projects, is actually setting up our own private equity fund. And the key to that is that we have private equity fund working in the industry, but no, we don't have in our marketplace any private equity fund who strategically invest in the tourist industry. And to create such a private equity fund is one of the key features to draw the attention of the other investors. And obviously, setting up a private equity fund which is owned by the industry itself, we will have an unfair advantage, I must say. We know the industry. We also have set it up in such a way that we will always take the lead investor in any investment. It's very important. We do not only provide the investment funds, but we also provide what we call intelligent capital. What is that? Well, intelligent capital in our world is that we have the And I think this, now coming out to the marketplace, we also will be noted on the public marketplace, which means that any person can buy a share in this company. We create interest into it. And also raise the awareness of the tourist industry as a professional industry. That was my speech. I hope you got something out of it, and I'm happy to, after this session, to talk to you guys. And also, I must say, we are very happy to share our findings to other countries, other states, because we believe that if you grow in your country, we are growing our business as well. So we are very happy to share our findings and work closely with all of you if you can draw benefit of our experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Lundin, for your presentation. I think it was very interesting, and we will have questions after that. I hate to do that, but I have to remind speakers about the schedule and timing because we're really behind the schedule. Apologies, but I have to do that. Well, and our next guest is from United Arab Emirates, Mr. Mustafa Al-Naimi, who is the Technical Director for Falcon Group of Companies. Please, you're welcome. Microphone.
All the speakers were talking about the countries so far, Indonesia, Turkey. If you allow me, I'm going to talk about Kazakhstan. And I'll start my presentation. As you can see, I called it the scene. It's brand strategies in emerging markets, Kazakhstan, tourism, future trends. Actually, for the past year, I was planning a trip to go to Sarajevo, to the Czech Republic, to attend an investment forum. I hope Mr. doesn't be upset. And I canceled my trip and I changed it for the past 2 weeks to come to Kazakhstan. And this is actually was inspired and to have the pleasure to participate in Kazakhstan forum by a passion of a local Kazakhstan lady on her country beauty and cultural diversity. She addressed the sunrise more beautiful in Kazakhstan than other countries, and on the branding theory, but affected me to love this country and explore its potential. I'm gonna go through my presentation. I'm gonna show Kazakhstan. What is the positive size in this country, and then we're going to go how to develop the tourism and how we can get the best of tourism for this country. Countries such as Kazakhstan, among other countries, are currently experiencing hydrogen considering owning to a boom in their economies. These countries comprise a whopping 86% of the world's market. Marketing successfully to the 86% is imperative for companies that want to remain globally competitive. On the one hand, the high-end consumerism and rising globalization and presenting global markets with endless opportunities. On the other hand, these opportunities are riddled with some unique challenges for market solution for emerging markets are different from those for the developed markets. Developing and implementing these solutions often demands innovation and inexhaustible drive to overcome obstacles and adapting to local conditions. This because emerging markets have some characteristics common with the more mature markets. They also exhibit features that are unique and regional. As you can see, the Kazakhstan unique customs. Time-tested brand strategies that work very well in the developed world sometimes fail in emerging markets, causing companies to incur losses and lose great marketing opportunities. I'm going to go through to a very important topic, which is the political stability. So understanding Kazakhstan, tomorrow's tigers. Emerging economies offer fabulous potential, but only to those global companies that study them well. Kazakhstan President Nursultan Nazarbayev promised to hold a people's IPO to give Kazakh citizens the opportunity to own shares in major companies and boost the country's stock market. This has promoted stability and credibility for foreign investment to enter Kazakhstan. Now we're showing the political stability, how it's going to invest, or how it's going to invest in your country, how the political situation and the stability in this country is going to bring investment, and among them the tourism investment. This has promoted stability and credibility for foreign investment to enter Kazakhstan and have a win-win opportunities, creating stability and investing in Kazakhstan national resources, strong vision and leadership wisdom. Nazarbayev IPO political and social stability refers to a guarantee of safety at various levels between states, within states and regions, and among individuals. This means being able to establish new horizons for a stable environment for investors to more engage with local Kazakhstan peoples. Investors will chase locals to partnership on joint ventures and business partnerships. Nazarbayev won the challenge for the Kazakhstan to channel investment into the areas that are likely to yield the highest level of potential benefit at the lowest level of acceptable risk. Advance socioeconomic performance, building the trust in the local Kazakhstan people. This will lead for the lowest levels of risk among foreigners willing to invest in Kazakhstan. Creating story developing tourism. It's an old method of how to create stories that people will come and to have to see this story talking about. Two persons in ancient days. This had happened actually in our Arab world. Has suffered lack of trading and business in their area despite the rich neighborhood of where they live. They created a monument and painted it with a holy theme and stood behind it. Traders and individuals crossing by from the rich neighborhood asked about this monument they created. They started telling stories about the secret of this place and how, if you wish to guarantee your dreams, you can just pay a small money and your wish will come true. After 100 years, this monument is still existing and a fortune has been rewarded to the two persons who created this idea. Strategic objectives. This is from my perspective. As I said, many people describe their countries. What I feel the strategic objectives for developing tourism is Kazakhstan will be developing new services, developing new products,